you guys want to hear some tea and some drama people you're never going to meet? It's my tea, it's my drama. Let's get into it. Hi, chat. Welcome back. I know it's been a while, but I promise, like, we're going to get all into all the drama, all the tea, absolutely everything. But just, like, first and foremost, a little, like, housekeeping thing, right? From here on out, Rosé Tuesdays are still going to be on Tuesdays. I'm going to get way more consistent with this. But here's the thing. I'm only going to be putting it on YouTube and Patreon. Time out. There's still going to be free videos. The Patreon thing, I'm still not 100% sure, like, how it all works. But I want to do, like, exclusive stuff that's, like, $3, whatever. But, like, the 1 hour YouTube, or the 1 hour Rosé Tuesdays, this right here, it's going to be free on YouTube and then free on Patreon. Because, like, again, you guys have never paid for it before. Do you know how fucked that would be of me to be like, you guys need to start paying to hear? Shut up. No. So anything above and beyond, like, Rosé Tuesday, like, I might do it for, like, $3 on Patreon. But I just want to, like, keep y'all in the loop. Because also, I, like, 2 days ago, got rid of my management. I don't really want to go into it. We just parted ways. So now that your girls, like, doesn't have a manager, like, getting her brand deals, like, I just need to be on, like, a little bit more lucrative platforms, because, like, TikTok is dog shit. It is dog shit. But I just want to keep you guys in the loop about that. I understand a lot of you found me on TikTok. I'm still going to post on TikTok, but just, like, the 1 hour telling about my life, it doesn't make any sense for me to be on TikTok when, like, you know, YouTube actually, like, pays well, and, like, all, like, I can, like, ads run through it. And I know you guys think, like, oh, fuck you. But at the same time, like, hey, you're trying to pay your bills. I'm trying to pay my bills, please. Like, just hear me out. Just let me cook for a minute, chat, okay? I know it's going to be a bit of a transition, but I promise, like, they'll still be fucking juicy. Also, one more thing. I am getting community guideline after community guideline after fucking community guideline on TikTok right now. Like, they're, like, really cracking down on, like, language and shit like that. And you guys hear how I talk. Like, I talk like a truck stop lot lizard. My God. So I'm trying to be, like, a little bit more clean. But when I'm on YouTube and I'm on Patreon, I don't have to, like, watch my mouth type thing, which is kind of what we're working on. We're working towards, you know? I'm not going to change. I know me. But with all that being said, let's get into it. Okay, let's just do a very quick little recap, because I know it's been a while since I posted my last video. And a lot of you are like, I don't even know where the fuck we are in this story. The last video's main point was that B-Dog and I got in a really big fight. And I said to you guys, I don't really know if I even want to be his friends anymore. You guys came for me in the comments being like, dude, he's been there for you through thick and thin. Work it the fuck out. Okay. Well, we meet up like 2 weeks later at a dive bar. And we just basically like, fuck you, no fuck you, I'm right, no I'm right, I love you, I'm sorry, I love you, I'm sorry. And then just dap each other up. And basically my whole takeaway was, I was like, you need to stop being such an inconsiderate dick. And his main thing to me is like, you need to stop being such a hyper emotional bitch. And I'm like, got it. I was like, are you gonna work on your shit too? He's like, duh. And so then we, again, like I said, dap each other up, say we're good, and then we just start playing darts for the next 3 hours of this shithole dive. So that will come into play later in these story times, but like, you guys just need to know, from where I'm telling the story forward, we had worked shit out and we're good, okay? So now, fast forward. So it's about 4 days before Christmas, right? And my mom and I are having a drink at some bar somewhere. I can't even remember which one. And I get a text from Jay. And if you guys remember, Jay is my like gay veteran doctor lawyer friend. The crushing it, right? So I get a call from him and he's like, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, I'm at this bar. What are you doing? He goes, I know. I give my location to fucking ever. Everybody has my location. And he goes, I know, oddly enough, I just got out of a meeting and I'm like a block away. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Come over. Come have a drink with my mom and I. And he knows my mom because if you remember, he spent Thanksgiving with my mom and I up at a cabin in Breckenridge, Colorado, which again, gorgeous ski town. We're having the worst winter I've ever seen in my life. There was no snow. It was insane, but like, again, Breckenridge is my happy place. Like anytime I get a chance to be up there, like I just love it. But beside the point. So he knows my mom. It's not weird for like my friends to like come be around my mom. I know you guys don't particularly like her, but like we've worked our shit out and we're continuing to work on it every day. So please just give me and her a little grace on that. But so Jay pulls up a chair, right? And I was like, what was your meeting about? We're just making small talk, you know? Well, my mom asked him, it was like, so what are you doing for Christmas this year? And he's like, probably what I do every Christmas. I'm just going to order food, watch movies, and my mom, who's had a few drinks and is bonkered off the yoinkies, goes, wait, do you have a Christmas tree up? And he's like, nope. And she was like, what about presents? What about Christmas morning with presents? And he says, Kimberly, I haven't had a Christmas gift. I haven't physically opened a Christmas gift since I was 17. I got kicked out of my parents' house. And my mom was like, what? And he's like, yeah, like, I just do it alone. And she was like, no. You're spending Christmas Eve and Christmas Day with us. And it's not that I was unhappy with a friend spending the holidays with me. I was just kind of like, oh, okay. That changed things. Okay, got it. It's not that I was upset she invited him. I don't want you guys to think I was upset. It was more just kind of like okay, well, that's a lot of logistics on me that I have to now figure out, but okay, cool. So he's like, I don't want to impose. She's like, you're not imposing, you have to. So I was like, yeah, Jay, you have to come. Like, you literally have to. Nobody should spend Christmas alone fucking ever. I was like, you have to come. And he's like, you sure? Both my mom and I are like, yes, we're sure. He's like, oh my God, great. So I explain what our family's traditions are, okay? I tell him, listen, here's what we do. Christmas Eve, we do like cocktail hour. And then once it gets dark, like 6 p.m., we usually open up our gifts to each other. And then the next morning, we do a thing called family gifts, which is where you bring a gift for what we're going to do during Christmas Day. So like, for example, I said like in the past, I brought the movie like The House Bunny because it's a movie I really wanted to watch. I've also brought like a board game I wanted all of us to play. Like my mom has once brought this like, love her. She loves the movie Pride and Prejudice, but nobody would ever watch it with her. So one year she wrapped Pride and Prejudice, and it's what you have to do. It's your family gifts, what we're doing with the family. And he's like, oh, okay, that's fine. And I was like, yeah, but I was like, let's do like fun on Christmas Eve, because if you haven't opened up a Christmas present since you're 17, let's change it up to where we open up all of our gifts on Christmas morning, so you're having like a traditional Christmas. And he's like, that I don't want to impose. I was like, no, that like, you're literally saying, oh, you haven't opened a Christmas gift since you were 17. Like, this is how it should be done. Like, no, we're gonna have fun and play like card games and shit like that on Christmas Eve, and then Christmas morning you can come back and we'll do that. And he's like, oh my God, perfect, yes, great, let's do it. And I was like, awesome. So he leaves. I turned to my mom and I was like, are you cool if we do presents on Christmas morning now? Because it just seems like, you know, with him never opening a Christmas gift, like on Christmas morning since he was like 17, it doesn't make sense for us to like do what we normally do. She's like, no, that's fine. That's perfect. And I was like, all right, I'll start working on the itinerary. How about everybody gets to like my house? Because I was the one hosting Christmas this year in my place. I was like, all right, we'll have everybody get to my house on Christmas Eve for games at 7 for like games and drinks. And like, we'll have like, you know, chili and food out and whatnot. And then I'll have everybody back over the next day, Christmas morning, by 10 a.m. Because obviously we're all gonna be drinking Christmas Eve. Like, I can be like, everybody be here by 7. Nobody's gonna fucking be here at 7. So she's like, great, sounds good. So the next day, I'm talking to my mom and I was like, it's the 20s, I think it was the 22nd. Or the 23rd. A little confused on the exact day. All I know is that I woke up the next morning and I was like, oh my God, I don't have gifts for him. Oh my God, I need to like go to the store and get him gifts. Like, holy shit. So then I run to Cherry Creek Mall, right? And I'm sitting there and he's like, and I'm thinking to myself, like, he's been such a great friend to me. He hasn't opened Christmas gifts. And I'll be fucking honest with you guys, because I'm a little embarrassed, but like, it's the honest truth. It was one of those where it was like, I felt this enormous amount of like pressure and guilt almost, where it was like, it's my job to make sure he has an amazing Christmas. It's my job. So I don't want to say I super balled out, but like, I definitely like spent some money on his gifts. Like, it wasn't cheap. It wasn't like stupid expensive, but like, it was still expensive. And, for his like quote unquote like big gift, and like, it was like a gift I wanted to give him as like a thank you for like being such a good friend to me. I got him like a nice bracelet, right? And I was like, he's gonna love this, right? And I, you know, wrap it all up, put it under the tree. Well, as I'm leaving the mall, I was like, oh shit, I probably need to like text him and let him know, like, essentially in a way, just kind of being like, hey, I just got done like buying you Christmas gifts. Because what I was afraid that was gonna happen is like, I would hate for him to like show up on like Christmas morning thinking like he's just gonna be like a part of like our Christmas, and like he like shows up empty-handed without like gifts or something. So I was like, I don't want him to feel uncomfortable about that by like me getting him gifts. I'm just gonna give him a heads up like, hey, like you have gifts Christmas morning, right? So I basically text him, I'm like, hey, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, nothing. Like, what about you? And I was like, oh, I've just left the mall. Like, just got done Christmas shopping for you. Like a winky face. And he's like, oh, cool. And I was like, well, what are you doing tonight? And like, you know, just like that, right? Well, now let's fast forward to Christmas Eve, okay? So now it's Christmas Eve. It's 7 o'clock. I spent the entire day running around like a chicken with its head cut off. Just like making sure the food's ready, making sure I've got like cocktails like all good and what like people want to drink. And it was just my mom, Jay, and I. Just, you know, like it's not like it was like this like massive fucking party. It was just like, you know, us three. So it wasn't like a ton of stress, but like, you know, I still had like some presents I had to wrap. Like I was waiting for like my last little gifts to come in from Amazon, like and shit like that, right? So 7 o'clock rolls around, my mom pulls up, and she's, you know, she's so cute. She's got like a bottle of like really nice champagne. I was like, oh, thanks, cool, whatever. And then about, I don't know, 20 minutes later, like 7:30, 7:20-ish, Jay pulls up, answers the door, and I was like, how are you? Like, Merry almost Christmas, blah, blah, blah. And he comes in, we all like grab some food, we like, you know, make drinks, and then we start playing card games, because like, we all love cards, like, love. And so, but it's tough with three, like playing cards with three is a little tough. So we were just kind of doing like, whoever wins, like stays on and plays the other. And we were just yapping and talking, having a great time, right? Well, about, I don't know, 10:30, maybe 11. My mom looks at me and she goes, hey, I'm like fucking exhausted. Both of you, 10 a.m., correct? We're like, yep, sounds good. 10 a.m., we'll see you back here at 10. And she's like, great, love you, bye. She dips. Well, Jay and I keep playing games, keep playing cards, right? Well, at like fucking 3:30, I am like yawning and rubbing my eye, and he's just like fucking wired, right? Like, and so I'm like, I'm so tired. Like, I'm so sorry. We have to be like back up. I have to be up even earlier because I have to put in like the breakfast bakes and like make sure like things are good here and like make sure I've got like the mimosa bar going. So like I have to be up probably at like 8, and I'm already like, I just need to go to bed. He's like, oh, okay, bye. And I was like, oh, okay, bye. So he leaves, and I immediately just go and fucking cake out, pass out. Well, I wake back up at, like I said, 8-ish. And I was like, okay, we're good, we're good. So I start like, you know, like I said, putting in the breakfast bakes, getting the mimosa bar ready, getting like just things set up and put together. I'm like kind of like rearranging furniture because I had my tree like right where this is, and, you know, like the back of a chair. So I was like, you know, whatever. So at, no fucking joke, 9:55, pop, 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 pop. And it's my mom, and she's so cute. She's got like her like wagon full of gifts, and she's got like her like family gift, and she's all excited. She's got a little Christmas hat on. She is hyped. She got we always do like Christmas jammies on Christmas morning, so she got her little jammies on. And I give her a hug, and I was like, Merry Christmas. She's like, Merry Christmas. She's like, did Jay get here yet? And I was like, no, not yet, not yet. She's like, okay, no problem. I'm just gonna start like having a mimosa. And I was like, great, actually, like make me one too while you're at it. She's like, oh, totally will do. So then we're sitting down, we're like yapping and chatting, and I looked down at my phone, it's like 10:30. And I was like, and my mom's like, where's Jay? And I was like, I don't know, let me give him a call. Maybe like he just like overslept. So I give him a call, and I was like, hey, what are you doing? And he answers, and he's like, hey. And I was like, hey, it's 10:30. You're supposed to be here at 10. And he's like, it's 10:30? I was like, yeah. And he's like, fuck, I'm on my way. I'll be there shortly. I was like, okay, yeah, no problem. Like, no big deal. So I've got like Christmas music going. Or my mom, her favorite holiday is Christmas. Like, she loves Christmas, right? So then we're sitting here like on the couch, like talking with each other. And I can see her, like, she keeps like looking at her watch. And it's starting to like stress me out because I'm like, where the fuck is Jay? Like, come on, dude. And finally about, I don't know, like 10:50, 11 a.m., right? So just like an hour late, which not really cool to do when somebody's like hosting you on Christmas, like with their family. I was a little annoyed about it, but whatever. I hear bop, 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 bop. And my mom's like face lights up. She's like, it's Christmas time. Like, cause now like we're all here. And I was like, yay. So I go and I open the door and he's completely empty-handed. Like, not a single gift, not even like champagne, not like I don't know, flowers, nothing. And instantly my heart just fucking drops. And it drops because literally the night before we had a conversation when we were playing card games after my mom left. And I asked him if he's ever done like his like love language, like just, conversation. He's like, no. And I made him take the love language, like quiz. And he's like, do you know what yours is? And I was like, it's gifts. I go, but here's the thing. When everybody freaks out when they hear gifts, it's really not about the monetary value of things. It's literally about knowing me. It's a different, and this is the example I always use when I explain this to people. My love language being gifts is, do you deeply know me and see me? Do you know that when it comes to, I love chocolate and peanut butter, love it. But I love the Justin's Dark Chocolate Peanut Butter Cups versus Reese's. They're about the same price point, but it's the fact that you know that I like this over this. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I was like, yeah, so like gifts are a way that I know that you deeply see me. That's like why I love it. We just had this conversation like literally last night. So I open the door and I see completely empty-handed. And the other thing I think about is I'm like, oh my God, when my mom sees this, like, she's gonna be like, what the fuck? Well, he's got he's not completely empty-handed. He's got a like tumbler of like, I don't know, like water, I assume, I don't know. And the board game Catan. So like his family gift, right? But it's not wrapped. And so I was like, okay, yeah, come on in. Like but like it's sitting in my throat because I know that I just spent all this fucking money. Like, oh fuck. And so I'm like, okay, like no big deal. And I know you guys are gonna cook me for this, but it's the honest truth. So I see that and I'm just like, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. So I just immediately just like, honestly, the only thing you can do right now is just get fucking ripped. Go and take a Christmas shot in the kitchen and just get a little drunk so you can just kind of like, move through this because like I'm so deeply hurt. So then I'm like, who wants to do Christmas shots? And they're like, oh, me. And like Jay's eyes are all like bloodshot and stuff. And so as I'm making the shots, he like casually mentions in front of my mom that he hasn't slept yet. And I immediately just looked at him and I was like, what? You didn't go to bed last night? And he's like, no. And he was like wearing the same outfit from like the day before. And so I'm like, oh my God. Like there is no fucking way you are on a bender right now on Christmas morning with my family. Oh my fucking God. And my mom's like, you didn't go to bed last night? How late did you guys stay up? And he like jokingly is like, oh yeah, Morgan kicked me out at like 3 or 4. My mom looked at me, she was like, you were up till 3 or 4? And I was like, yeah, we were just like playing games and shit. But like also like, I know how that sounds. It sounds fucking horrible. But it was one of those where it was like, I don't know. I just was like trying to make sure that like everybody was having fun. Fuck me, whatever. And I was like, yeah, but like I'm good. So my mom's like, okay. So we all do like a Christmas shot, right? And then we come over to the tree, and I'm the one like administering gifts. And my mom's like, I was trying to do like Jay opens one, my mom, me. So just kind of like in a circle. So just like would kind of keep rotating. And my mom kept being like, Morgan, why don't you open one? Morgan, why don't you open one? Like, cause I was just like, dude, like I bought all the gifts for you two. Like, there's not like a ton of gifts for me to open. I know you keep being like, Morgan, do like open a gift. I was like, but like the only gifts I have are the ones that like you brought me. So there's way more for you. That's why I keep telling you guys to open more gifts. Well, so then finally, I was like, okay, well, here's my family gift. And it was a game called like a Texas Hold'em. I've never played it. It looks fun. And so I was like, oh, it looks kind of fun. Like, that'd be great. My mom's family gift is, it was like a cute little thing she made because she loves movie Klaus from Netflix. And she was like, Jay, your turn. And he's like, oh, my family gift is on the table behind you. And she's like, what? And she looks back and she's like, the game of Catan, and it's not wrapped. And she was like, oh, okay. And she's kind of side-eyeing me, and I'm like, oh my God. And she was like, is that it for gifts? And I was like, we're all done with presents. And she's like, oh, okay. Well, time for lunch and games. And Jay's like, I'm going to run to the restroom real quick. And I was like, all right, sounds good. So I go in the kitchen. And my mom was like, he didn't bring you anything? And I was like, no, but it's not a big deal. Like, it's fine. It's fine. And she was like, is it fine with you? And the minute she says that, my eyes just start welling up. And I was like, please don't do this. Like, don't do this. This is not the time nor the place. Like, she's like, he didn't like bring you a gift and he didn't wrap his family gift and he hasn't slept all night. And I was like, I know, but please, like, please. She's like, okay. But it was one of those, it was like, because my mom does know me and she knows how much like shit like that like hurts me. She was just trying to like be there for me. But I was like, please. So I'm telling her, I'm like begging her. I was like, please don't make it awkward. Please don't make it awkward. Like, it's Christmas. We can all handle this tomorrow. But for right now, let's play games, like get a little drunk and just like eat breakfast bake. I don't fucking know. Can we just like change the topic? She's like, okay. So that's exactly what we do. Have some drinks, playing games, and stuff like that, right? Oh, I need a sip of water. So now it's about, I don't know, 4:30, 5 o'clock. And if you guys know, I know you do, I'm a huge Broncos fan. So the Broncos are going to be playing the Chiefs on Christmas Day at, I believe it was 6 o'clock. It was a 6 o'clock night game. And so everybody in like the house knew like I want to watch that. Well, anyways, I get a text from I have a brand new next door neighbor, right? Like on the other side of this wall. And she is fucking sick. She's so goddamn cool. What nickname should we give her? Let's call her Wonder. We'll call her Wonder. So anyways, Wonder is she's just tight. And also the fucking unit next to me is like a $1.5 million condo. She's balling. I think she's like, now she told me she's 39. So she's killing it, right? And she's just cool. So anyways, I text her like, hey, two things. One, not sure if you're home. But if at any point, like, I am too loud, like, girl, just tell me and I'll just, like, turn shit down. And second off, like, Merry Christmas. And she's like, oh my God, no, you're totally fine. I'm just next door, or like at her place, having a glass of champagne. And so I was like, and she goes, and Merry Christmas to you too. So I was like, oh, Wonder is home next door, like, and again, because my mom's just like a little drunk, and so is Jay. They were like, she's at home alone on Christmas? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, oh my God, tell her to come over. And I was like, on Christmas? And my mom's like, nobody should be home alone on Christmas. Nobody. And I was like, fuck, that's okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Nobody should be home alone on Christmas. So I texted her and I was like, hey girl, not sure if you'd be interested, but like we're throwing darts at my house. We're playing card games. We've got like, we're gonna be just like playing games if you wanna like stop by. And she was like, really? Oh my God, yes, I'd love that. And I was like, doors unlocked, come on over. So she like literally 2 minutes later, I hear like a bop, 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 bop. And I was like, the door's open, but I love her. Perfect. And so I open the door and she's like, got like a cute little Christmas hat on. And she's like, Merry Christmas. And she put got like a little bow. And it was like a really nice bottle of champagne. I was like, you did not have to do that. And as we're walking down the hallway, she goes, showing up on Christmas without something, or showing up to somebody's house on Christmas without something is tacky. And I was like, because she said it right in front of Jay. I mean, obviously she doesn't know anything. And Jay doesn't like, it doesn't faze him at all. So then we're just like talking and she's like, did you guys get anything good for Christmas? And I was like, yeah. I was like, I got this I'll show you guys. If you guys want to see, I'll just show you right now. I got this really cool, hold on, let me fucking figure out how to do this. Right there. I got like this really cool flower lamp that like, oh, sorry, I shouldn't put my hand in front of the camera. My bad. So Your world's okayest influencer. Go Bears. But so anyways, I was like, I got this lamp. And I was like, I pointed out to my mom like 2 months ago how much I fucking love that lamp. Let me fix the camera. Sorry. So anyways, I show her like the really cool like lamp guys. And my mom I pointed this out to my mom like 2 months ago. The fact that she like remembered is just so thoughtful. And I'm like, I got like this really nice perfume for my mom. Like, I was like, it was just like really thoughtful stuff. And she was like, oh, like, and she asked my mom, like, oh, what'd you get? My mom's like, I got these like 2 really nice bracelets from Morgan, and like I got this, and she was like, and Jay, like, because she's met Jay before, she's like, Jay, what'd you get? And he's like, oh, Morgan got me this like really nice bracelet, and she was like, oh my god, that's like so freaking cute, and he's like, isn't it? And she says, God, this is so embarrassing, but like I told you guys way more embarrassing shit. She was like, oh my god. She goes, damn, Morgan, I need to become your best friend so I get good shit like this, which is funny from her because like she's rich as fuck. And I just laugh. And Jay goes like, oh, we're not best friends. And I like turned and looked at him. I was like, what? And he's like, well, I mean, like, Morgan, don't get me wrong, like we're like good friends. Like, I don't want to be your best friend. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? And so I was like, okay, cool. You don't have to be. And he's like, you know, like, I love our friendship, but like, I don't need like the title of best friend. And I was like, okay, cool. And my mom is just sitting there watching this interaction like, what the fuck is happening? Because again, she's my mom. She's protective of me. And so Wonder is just kind of like, oh, okay, like, cool. And I was like, yeah, anyways, your turn to throw darts. Like, just fucking get me off this fucking topic right now. Like, oh my God, what is, like, honestly, what is happening? So then, I want to say it's probably like, I don't know, 6. Actually, no, it was 6. So then we're like in the middle of like games. And I'm trying to like host Jay and Wonder, right? And like, we're like playing, we're trying to explain this like card game to Wonder because she's never played it. And my mom like comes out here and puts on the Broncos game. And she was like, you guys, the Broncos are on. And Wonder goes like, oh, I don't like football at all. I don't care. Like, not in like a rude way. It made it sound really rude. But she was just like, oh, like, she's like, cool. I don't know anything about football. I don't watch it. I don't give a shit. Sorry, why am I fucking on names now? Jay was like, yeah, the Broncos are going to win. Doesn't matter. And goes back to like explain this card game. And so I'm like, oh my God, okay. And I'm like trying to like entertain this card game and like these people. And my mom keeps looking at me being like, come watch the game. Come watch the game. And in my head, I'm like, bitch, I'd love to watch the game, but I'm entertaining and hosting the people you invited on Christmas. If they don't want to watch the fucking game, what am I supposed to do? Just be like, yeah, I don't give a shit if I'm watching the game. And I know what you guys are going to say. Yes, Morgan, it's your house. That's what you should have done. I realized I am very, very bad with boundaries. And I realized I need to get into a therapist to fix this immediately because I make things my problem so I don't have to inconvenience other people, which is fucking bad. Also, just a quick side note, the reason that I just paused the video this last time is because I had a glimpse of this and I was pitting out so fucking bad that I had to go blow dry my armpits. How fucking funny is that? Your girl's a sweaty bitch. Anyways, let's get back to story at hand. So anyways, my mom keeps looking at me being like we love football. The Broncos have like a game on Christmas Day, like, and I'm looking at her, I'm like, I know, but like, and so she was just kind of like, okay. And so, and I felt torn where I was like, they don't give a shit. My mom gives a shit, but like, they're in my house. I have to entertain. I have to host. Like, I just felt stuck, you know? Because I didn't want to be rude. Well, anyways, so my mom stands up and she comes over to me. She's like, hey, listen, her best friends who are like, they're literally like family to us. Because like, we don't have a big family. So my mom's best friends, I see them as like my aunt and my uncle and like my cousins and shit like that. I don't have a nickname for them. And honestly, I can't think of one right now. Just know it's my family friends, right? She's like, hey, listen, the family friends are like doing like a football thing right now because they're Jewish. So they don't even celebrate Christmas. So like for them, they just have a fuckload of Chinese food and they're all like watching the football game. She goes, I'm going to go over to their house and like watch with them. And I was like, please don't go. Like, please don't go. And she was like, Morgan, like, you're too busy hanging out with your friends. Like, I would love to, like, if you're not gonna like hang out with me on Christmas, like I'm gonna go with like my best friends. And I was like, I get it. And I kind of am kicking myself because I should have looked at those two and been like, well, Merry Christmas, bye. But I felt this like enormous sense of guilt and responsibility. Like I have to entertain. I have to entertain them. Like, and I let my mom down. And in a way, she kind of let me down, but I'll tell you that in a minute. So she's like, I'm going to go to their house. I'm going to go to their house. And I'm going to watch the game with them. And I was like, are you sure? She's like, yeah, I'm sure. She's like, I'll be back tomorrow to like get my gifts and shit like that. Like, and like help you clean up a little bit. Like, and I was like, all right, cool. Have fun. Love you. Bye. So then anyways, she leaves. And I'm just kind of bummed. So I was like, damn, like my mom just left on Christmas because like I didn't have the balls to like mediate the situation. But like I didn't know how to. But at the same time, I was like, those are her best friends and she loves them so fucking much that it's like, I know she's like happy over there. If she wasn't happy here, I want her to be happy on Christmas too, you know? So, I'm still hanging out, playing games with Jay and Wonder. Well, Wonder was like, hey, I'm going over across the street to a Christmas party at one of my friends' houses. Would you guys want to come? And I was like, respectfully, no. I was like, I'm pretty drunk right now and I don't want to embarrass myself around people that like I don't know. And I was also like, I'm wearing Christmas jammies and you look great. And she's like, okay, well, like, no big deal. Like, I'll see you soon. I was like, yeah, sounds good. So then Jay and I are sitting there and we're just like playing cards and like talking and stuff like that, right? And I feel this like sadness, but like I'm not showing. I'm just like trying to like entertain and like be positive and shit like that. And we just play card games and whatnot. Well, about, I don't know, 45 minutes later, I get a text from Wonder and she's like, hey, we're just coming, me and my like best friend are just coming back from this Christmas party. Do you mind if we stop by? And I was like, oh yeah, absolutely. Like, again, the more the merrier, I guess, because that's my fucking MO. And I was like, oh yeah, absolutely. Like, and she's like, you're gonna love him. I can't wait for you to meet him. And I was like, oh my God, yay. So I get a knock on the door and she obviously is like, she had a good time at that party, if you know what I'm saying. So she's a little lit like I am, right? And she comes and gives me a big hug. She has another bottle of champagne. Please stop bringing me champagne. I really don't drink it like that. And also, this is nice shit. I know what Vouv costs and I know what Dom costs. Please stop giving me your nice shit. Give me Corbel, because I'm going to put orange juice in this bitch anyways. Like, I don't, thank you, but like, So I was like, please stop bringing me champagne. And she was like, well, what do you drink? And I was like, Bacardi and diets. And she's like, okay, I'll bring you a Bacardi. And I was like, yeah. She goes, bro, as much as all the champagne I brought you, I could probably buy you stock in Bacardi. I'm dying laughing. So it's like, she's just cool. Well, then behind her is her friend. Look, you can tell I'm like locked up right now. Like I put my knees up to my chest. I'm like, and her friend is substantially like older than her. Like I think he would be like 55. And he is like I don't know a better way to word this. He's a mean gay. That's what he was. So he's got, I just wanted to like paint the picture, right? He's got like he's got white hair. He's dripped in Gucci, like dripped out in Gucci. And actually, I don't even need to be nice. I don't fucking know this guy. He looked tacky, like tacky Gucci, where it's one of those like, sorry, hang on, my phone is on low power mode. There we go. Like tacky and stuff like that. And he walks in and he's got his dog, like with him. And I was like, okay, like, I didn't know you had your dog. And without even asking me, just takes his dog off the leash. Well, I have, again, my itty bitty little rat dogs. I love them so much. And they're my two itty bitty baby Shih Tzus. And he's got this like very well groomed Schnauzer, right? And like the perfectly, I don't know what this haircut's called. I'm not a fucking groomologist. Groomologist? Holy shit, what am I? Epstein? I meant to say dog groomer. Holy shit, my God. Anyways, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like your dog is just running around, but okay, cool. And Wonder's like, oh my God, this is my friend, whatever. I don't give a fuck what his name is. I really don't remember anyway. And he looks around my place, and also you guys have seen my house. There's color. There's nothing in here that's black or white. Everything is a color everywhere. I love color. And he like looks around and he's like got his hand like this. He's like, cute. And I was like, hi, I'm Morgan. Like, what's your name? And he tells me, and he was like, wow, lot of color in here. When did you turn 9? And I was like, what the fuck? And he goes, what's your occupation? Like a kindergarten teacher? A kindergarten teacher? And I was like, and I like kind of look at, like wonder like, what the fuck? And also like, you guys know my backstory. Like there was a minute there I didn't even have a house. I'm very prideful of my house and how that everything in here feels like a reflection of me. I handpicked every piece of art, every piece of decoration, everything. I did this. And it feels like a reflection of me. And I don't know why I hold it so close, but it's like, oh my God. The fact that I'm like crying over fucking house decor is so fucking lame, but whatever. And so I was like, what the fuck? And I look at Wonder and she's just drunk. And she goes, oh, stop, like smacking him. And she was like, our house could definitely use more color. And I've been inside her house. Like it's very like restoration hardware put together, like not a lot of color. And she goes, both of our houses could use a lot of color. And he goes, well, once we have kids and we can get drawings and put them up on the walls like she has. And I'm like, what? You just met me. Walk into my fucking home and you're insulting my home and you got your dog. And I was like, okay. So I'm standing like in the hallway and I make the conscious decision that like my one act of rebellion is that I'm going to stand to block the walkway to where you can't come in anymore. I don't like, And so she was like, so we're just laughing. I was like, how was the party? She's like, it was okay. It was just like it got a little lame. So that's why like we came back over here and like, we're just going to do like a night in and we're going to have like champagne and we're going to see if any place is open for delivery. Why don't you come over and hang out? And I was like, I'm okay. And Jay is just kind of standing there and he's not like saying anything. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm being rude. This is my friend Jay. Jay, this is whatever the fuck his name is. And he's like, hey, how are you, man? And the guy's like, good, thanks. And I was like, no, we're going to just stay in tonight. But like, thanks for the offer. And she's like, oh, are you sure? I was like, I'm sure. Cause I'm not going to hang out with this guy that just like literally spent the last like 2 minutes insulting me. And no. So then I was like, all right, well, you guys have a good night. Bye. And like, he takes his dog finally back on his leash and leaves. And I turned to Jay and I was like, so that was fucking rude, right? And he's like, yeah, that was incredibly rude. And I was like, you walk into my home and just start insulting me. And he's like, Morgan, that's like a mean gay. He's like, that's like their like thing. And that's like what he was trying to like explain. I was like, no, I understand the concept of mean gay. Like, I'm not dumb. I've just never wow. Like, and I was like, okay, well, fuck me. So then I was like, let's just like get back to playing games, right? Well, then Jay goes, actually, it's getting late. I think I'm going to go. And I was like, what? And I think it was like 8:30 or 9. I was like, what? He's like, yeah. And he keeps like checking his phone. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go. And I was like, okay, have fun, I guess. Great. And he's like, yeah, well, anyways, like, you have a good night. Merry Christmas. And he goes and he like takes his gifts and he leaves. And I see he like has left one of his like nice gifts here. And I was like, I'm just going to pray that was an accident. Cause like, oh my God. So then obviously, God, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I've been honest with everything, but this is embarrassing. So whatever. So then anyways, he leaves, right? And I shut the door and I turn around and I like look down my hallway and I'm just walking down my hallway and my house is destroyed. Like not kind of destroyed. Like there is shot glasses and cups everywhere. There's like food bowls that like haven't been put in the sink yet. There's like trash from like the presents. There's just like shit everywhere. There's like so many dishes in the sink. There's all this food I have to package up and put away. I see that Jay left one of his like nice gifts I got him. And then I look over and I see that, and this is going to sound bad, but just keep it in mind. I see that my mom has like left her gifts here as well. And the only thing that she was like, that left with her was the like nice expensive bracelets. So, and I'm looking and I'm like, oh my God, I am left alone on Christmas. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe I should just like go over to like our family friend's house and just like go hang out with them or something. I know that like football game's over, but maybe they're still like doing something. And I checked my mom's location and it says she's home. And I was like, what the fuck? What? And so I was like, oh my God, she didn't even go to their house. She went home. So then I just start crashing out. Obviously, I've like been drinking all day. I'm highly emotional because like, think about it. I bought these super nice gifts that didn't go home with them, but yet conveniently, the expensive ones did. Great, cool. The really nice gifts made sure that they left with them. And then I'm stuck with this. Like I'm looking around like this is gonna take me hours to clean. Like hours to clean. And then on top of that, I'm left alone on Christmas. And then my mom lied to me to leave so that she didn't have to like be with me. So I just sit at home on Christmas and I just sat here and I fucking sobbed, which is, I know, so why am I always crying? I need to like get emotional regulation of some fucking kind. Shut up, Morgan. My God. So then I just sit here and I was like, I'm just going to bed. Like I just take my dogs. I just go to bed. Well, the next morning I wake up and my mom is texting me and she's like, hey, let me know when you wake up so I can come over and help you clean up. And I wrote back and I was like, I'm so fucking mad at you. And she's like, what? Why? And so I was like, you told me that you were going to our family friends because like you wanted to be with them and watch the game because like I was fucking entertaining. And I see that you didn't even go to their house, but yet you conveniently took your expensive gifts and left every other gift here. Were they not good enough? And she's like, what the fuck is happening? And I was like, why did you lie? Why did you lie? And she goes, Morgan, I did not lie. Let me explain what happened. She walks me through it. She goes, and I do believe her because like I do know these people. She goes, their extended family was in town and their extended family is so boring. Like I have met like their family's extended family. She's like, they were in town for Hanukkah and they invited me over. She goes, well, right as I was leaving to go, I get taken. She did show me a text. There was a text being like, just so you know, it is a snooze fest here. If you come, like, we're gonna have to wait for like the extended family to like leave or go to bed before we can start like having fun. And mom's like, that I'm not doing that. And she goes, so I just decided I'm gonna go home because I'm already in the car. Like, what, I'm gonna go back to your house as you're hanging out with your friends? And I was like, that's exactly what you should have done. And she's like, you just seemed like you wanted to do that. And I was like, I didn't want to do this. I felt like I had to because like you invited people over on the holidays. So what? We invite them over and then just completely fucking ignore them? How rude is that? And she's like, no, I get it. It is rude. And I'm pitting out again. Haha, oops. So she was like, I am so sorry if I made you feel any type of way. And so I start crying again on the phone. I go, I told you I did not want to be alone on Christmas. Like I wanted to hang out with you. I was excited that like, you know, like you and I were talking again and that I wasn't going to have to spend like Christmas alone. And then I still ended up having to. And like, that sucked. I was like, then I also feel betrayed because like, it feels like you lied to me and said you were going to go do something you wanted to do. But now it just feels like you just didn't want to be with me. And then you left, you only took your expensive gifts and not the other ones. Like that, I feel like a fucking bank. And she was like, whoa, Morgan, I told you, I did think I was going to go to their house. I was going to Uber over. I couldn't get all the gifts into an Uber. That's why I said I'll be back in the morning to get them. Like, I did plan on going, and she goes, I'm coming over right now to help you clean. I was like, okay. So she comes over. I open the door and I just burst into tears. And I was like, I'm just so angry. And she's like, why? And I was just like, the J thing, like showing up empty-handed on Christmas and then like repeatedly telling me like, I'm not your best friend. And I was like, Mom, he left some of his gifts here. Like, oh my God, I just feel so like I'm not considered at all. I was like, I never thought I would sit on Christmas and cry. And she was like, I'm so sorry, gives me a big hug. Like, she was incredibly supportive. And I did let her off the hook because honestly, I do think there was just a failure in communication there. And I know you guys cannot stand my mom because of what happened in the past, but I'm telling you, like, this one was genuine, right? Well, so she was like, let me help you clean up. So her and I start cleaning up the house, and it takes like as a team of two, like 2.5 fucking hours. Oh my God. So then we get the house like all put together, and like we just like sit down and just hang out, right? And that was on the 26th, right? So she leaves on the 26th, and I think it was also just because like I'm on like day 3 of drinking and on a like essentially a bender, like just drinking for 3 days in a row. Her and I were like drinking, and we went across the street to like have a drink, and it kind of just reactivated my drunk self. So I was like, whoa. And so she leaves, and I don't know why, but I just kind of crashed out, where I just started to felt like so heavy, and I was like, I'm by myself, and I was like, all I fucking do is perform, and like make sure everybody else is happy, and like, are you guys happy with me? Am I doing everything like to make sure you guys like me? And like, I don't know why I start to spiral that night. And I start to have, I get panic attacks pretty often. I also realized like I need to start taking that serious, because I think I have pretty high anxiety. I know I have depression. You guys, I fucking told you guys everything. But I was like, I started to have like a massive panic attack. I'm in my house. I'm grabbing my chest, and I'm like, I'm gonna die. And I'm like, and I'm like so upset. And so I grabbed my phone, and I was like, I don't want to like call my mom and scare her. So I pick up the phone and call B-Dog, first person I was like, I can think of. And he answers, because he also gets panic attacks. And he's laughing, and he's at a bar, and he's like, hey, what's up? And I was like, I need, I'm gonna die, because I'm having a massive panic. And he's like, what the fuck, where are you? I was like, my house. And he's like, don't get off the phone. So he's talking to me, and like he's at a bar like not too far from here. So he's here within like 10 minutes. And he's like, what's going on? And I'm losing it. And he's like, take deep breaths. And he's like walking me through it and shit like that. And I was like, he's like, what prompted this? Did like something happen? Like you just said you're with your mom. I was like, it wasn't my mom. It's me. I just am like processing like Christmas, and how I just feel like I'm always like making sure like everybody's happy, and like I'm just like word vomiting. And he's listening, and he like walks me and talks me through it, like, and gets me off of like the panic. So then I explain everything, like what happened on Christmas. And he's like, I get why you'd feel like that. Like you have a right to feel shitty. It's like, but as your friend, I think it's time you get on some medications. And I was like, I need to be on more medications. And he's like, yeah. So then I was like, I'm so sorry. I remember I told him everything from Christmas, and I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I haven't even like asked about you. Like, how was your Christmas? Also, like, I heard you at a bar. So I have cotton mouth bad right now. Just give me like 2 seconds. I was like, I heard the background, and you're at a bar. Like, did I just take you away from like B-Dog? Or sorry, D-Dog? Yeah, too close. And he's like, it's like, oh, it was me, D-Dog, Donnie Mommy, and Jay. And I was like, Jay was there? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, what was his account of Christmas? And he's like, I don't really think you're in like the best headspace to hear it. And I was like, what did he say? And he's like, he just said that Christmas was okay. That was meh. I was like, what? Like, so you're meaning to tell me I fucking broke my back to make sure everybody was happy, and I spent a decent amount of money, and I literally abandoned myself just for, and he was like, Morgan, don't forget. I was like, I'm not going to freak out. I'm just saying that it fucking hurts. He's like, I know it does. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I'm going to go. Do you want to spend the night at my house? Like, we can stay in the guest room, just like old time's sake. And I was like, nah, I'm going to just like sleep here. And he's like, I'm kind of like nervous to leave you alone. I was like, I'm not going to fucking do anything. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, I was like, also, I'm feeling a little even more betrayed. And also, if, you know, everybody's going to be going back to your house after the bars, like, I don't want to address this. And he's like, I get it. I was like, yeah, I owe you one. Thanks for like helping me out. Peace. And he's like, yeah, later, peace. Well, then he leaves and I go to bed. I was just like, I feel sad and I just want to sleep. And I think I slept for like, I wish I was joking when I say this, 15, 16 hours. I woke up, I set my alarm to walk the dogs. I don't want you guys to think like I just like slept the entire time and just like abused my fucking dogs. I'm also trying to train Millie, the little one, and this is, oh my God. I forgot how stubborn Shih Tzus are. Oh my God. Beside the point, that does not matter, but Jesus fucking Christ. I have the puppy blues with her so bad, but I love her so much. Anyways, so wake up the next day, it's a brand new day, right? And now I have everybody blowing me up being like, I just saw the flyer that you're on for Decadence, because remember I was supposed to DJ Decadence. And I was like, oh my God, I need to start practicing. I need to start like, not start practicing, I just need to get like better, right? And I need to like have a set list, and I'm like trying, so I just get up and I have my DJ set and I'm trying to like, you know, do it. And I could confidently do about 20 minutes maybe, but I didn't have enough music. They weren't very like smooth transitions because I was still fucking learning. And it just sends me into like a panic. So I start like texting my friends, like, hey, can you like help me with this? Can you help me DJ? And a lot of my friends that are DJs are like, I'm out of town for Christmas. Like I won't be back until Decadence, like the day of Decadence. And I'm like, oh my God. So I just did what I thought was the best thing, being like, I need to back out. I'm not ready. I don't want my first time ever like being on stage to just bomb. And also I think it's kind of like a shitty thing to do to like DJs that have been like grinding and putting like their head down to get like an opportunity that was just fucking handed to me because I'm a local influencer with like 1.7 million followers. Listen, I know that's shitty. I'm not stupid to the privilege, like how for some reason we see people with a following as currency. I know, I get it. So when I posted like that they called about Decadence, I was like, this is such a cool opportunity. Like, I can't believe I'm like being given this. Yes, I want to do it. At the same time, I also knew who the fuck gets this kind of opportunity after only DJing for like 5 minutes. Oh, I know who. People that can bring in a crowd and tickets. That's why they gave me this versus like real DJs with like nose to the grindstone playing like, I don't know, like brunch someplace on like a Thursday that are like, I want to do everything. I know. And I felt really shitty about it. And I was also like, I felt like it was kind of like a slap in the face. I was like, hey, Decadence global promoter, put somebody on that deserves this. Like, it's not me, and I'm not ready, and I haven't earned it yet, you know? Yeah, so then I spent New Year's at home. Gotta be honest, like, this is fucking wild to admit, but it's true. I get really depressed around Christmas, which is weird because I love Christmas. But I always know there's going to be like this like doom and gloom from like Christmas Day until like the 2nd of January. And I don't know why. I mean, obviously it's a very stressful time of year, but I just decided like on New Year's, I was like, I don't want to go out tonight. I don't want to have to like have this feeling of like performing and making sure like I'm being fun, and like if I'm not fun, like I'm probably not likable, and if I'm not likable, like my entire world will fucking collapse around me. So I have to always be like likable and cool, and I know it's my own insecurities. I know this. I know. I'm putting the pressure on myself. It's not a real pressure being put on me. I know this. But with that being said, it's something I do have to address and something I do have to work on. So I don't really know what any of my friends did. I just was like, yeah, I'm going to stay in and just watch the ball drop at 10 and then go to bed. I don't even want to see midnight. And that's exactly what I did. And then when I woke up on New Year's Day, I was like, all right, well, it's a new year. What's my resolution? And I was like, I want to get better in every aspect of me. My New Year's resolution is I want to start taking care of me. And I know this is an insane sentence. Give me a sec. But like, you know, I have really taken a big step back on like my skincare. I am getting older, you know, and like I do need to start taking skincare seriously. I have panic attacks a lot, and I haven't like gone to a doctor about that. I have people pleasing issues, and like I haven't like talked to a therapist about that. And also it's like I just kind of, this is really like vulnerable and corny, but it's true. I also just like God, I don't even know why this is making me, I don't even know why I'm so emotional. Whenever I do these like Ruse Tuesdays with you guys, it feels like I'm talking to like my best friends, and I feel like I can say things that like I have trouble admitting to like my friends, which is wild. But I feel like I used to be a lot prettier, and I feel like I've kind of let that go a little bit. Like I don't really wear makeup as much anymore. Rarely ever. I wear like t-shirts and like leggings or like hoodies and running shorts. I used to like do my lashes, my nails. I don't do that anymore. I just kind of want to like, you know, invest in me a little bit. Like, I don't know. And I know it sounds so fucking corny, but like, I just think that I'm kind of like the last person I take care of is myself. So I do want to work on that. I know that's like really raw and embarrassing, but who cares? So now let's go to current day, because what's going on right now, because gotta be honest, I'm really struggling in my friendships right now. This is the last bit of tea. I know I've been talking for like I'm sure it's over an hour. But I want to tell you guys this because like I just feel like these last 3 weeks my feelings have been getting really hurt. So let me tell you about what's happening right now, okay? So now let's go to like, I don't know the exact day, if I'm being brutally honest. I was like a week after the new year, right? So B-Dog is like, hey, let's hang out. Like, let's like go get drinks or do something or something. I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. Let's do that. He's like, where do you want to meet? And I was like, let's meet at like one of the dive bars, like in between us. And then we'll just like slowly work our way towards like one of our houses to hang out. He's like, cool, let's meet here. And so we meet at this bar. I think it was bar 404. Yeah, I told you, I love shitholes. I just fucking love them. My God. And so we meet there, and it's just him. And I was like, where's D-Dog? He's like, yeah, like I just kind of wanted to like just hang out with you. And I was like, oh, okay, like a little fucking weird, but I mean, makes sense. I get it. Like maybe we don't need to do the big group thing all the time, but whatever. So we go there. There's not a dartboard. So again, we immediately go to a place that does. Throwing darts. We get a little bonkered off the yoinkies. We have a great fucking time. Well, then we go back to his house, right? And as we're there, D-Dog comes out. Like, and I was like, hey, like, why didn't you come out with us? And she was like, oh, well, because B-Dog told me not to. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, he just told me, like, he just wants to, like, hang out with you and not me. And I was like, okay. Like, ooh, I don't really know what to say about this, but all right, cool. And he's like, I mean, we don't have to do everything as a friend group. Like, we can just, like, I can just hang out with my friends one-on-one. And she's like, no, I know. And I was like, well, it's a beautiful night. What if we, like, went outside and did, like, a fire pit? And because he was telling me earlier in the night that he had got propane. And I was like, and he's like, that's a great idea. So we go out there, and we're just, like, hanging out, having fun. And I don't really even know how this came up, but B-Dog had went inside to go make another drink. And I asked D-Dog, I was like, so what did you like do tonight? Did you do anything fun? And she was like, oh, like I did like a diamond like painting and shit like that. And I was like, oh, that does sound fun, because it was like a Friday night. So that's why I was kind of like, oh, damn, that sucks. Having somebody tell you can't go out with them on a Friday, that blows. And she was like, yeah, it was okay. And I was like, oh yeah, because I don't really know what to say right now. I feel just a little uncomfortable. And she was like, I just have to say, it made me a little uncomfortable that you had a panic attack last week, and he just dropped everything to like run to help you. And I was like, I mean, I called him because, like, you know, he's a veteran and he also has panic attacks. He knows like what to do. And she was like, yeah, just don't love that he goes running to you when you fucking need something. And then shortly thereafter, I'm told I can't come hang out with you guys. Looks a little bad. And I was like, I don't know what you're insinuating. I do know exactly what she's insinuating. I just was like, what the fuck, dude? You know we've been friends for how long? Nothing there. Nothing. And I was like, I don't even know where to begin with this. I was like, there's nothing there if that's what you're insinuating. And she goes, I'm just saying, I think it's a little weird. And right after she said that, B-Dog comes out, and this stupid motherfucker made a drink for him and made a drink for me. Why did you not make one for your fucking girlfriend? And like I can tell she clocked it, I clocked it. So I immediately just addressed it. I was like, yo, where's D-Dog's drink? He's like, oh, I have to go back in and make it. And I was like, no, I'll go make it for her. What are you drinking? And she tells me, and I was like, all right, I'll be right back. And I'm standing inside like, oh my God. Like, what the fuck is happening? But like, woman to woman, I do agree. Doesn't look good. That looks fucking weird. And I was like, I don't know what to do. I just like, I want to run. And so I bring her a drink, and she's like, hey, I'm going to just like go drink this inside. I was like, no, hang out with us. She's like, I'm good. So I turn to B-Dog and I go, what the fuck was that? He's like, what? And I go, dude, why didn't you make her a drink first? And he's like, I can't see how much she has, like, and he's just a boy. And she had like a tumbler, and I had like a glass. And he's like, I couldn't see how much of her drink she had left. I could see that you were running low. And I go, you ask her, do you need a drink? Oh my God. He's like, it's not that deep. And I go, it's that deep when you come running to my defense when I have a panic attack, you uninvite her, and then you make me a drink. And he's like, you're overthinking it. And I go, I can guarantee you it's not me overthinking this. I know exactly where you and I stand, brother. But it doesn't look good. And he's like, oh my God, just more fucking drama. I was like, I'm going to go. This is a lot. So I give him a hug, goodbye. Say goodbye to D-Dog, like in the kitchen. It's pretty fucking awkward. And I leave. And I was like, God fucking damn it. Like, that was just awkward. And so a couple days later, I had shared with my friends in like the past days, we're all in like a group chat. They're like, yeah, I'm just feeling down. Like, I don't really like feel like myself. I just feel like, I don't know, I just want to be like happy. But like, it's just right now, I just feel like things are really heavy. And I like just kind of need like a support system with my friends right now, right? And I thought they all knew that. Well, then let's go to this past weekend, okay? So last Wednesday, I sent out a group chat into our like group text to everyone. And I was like, hey, listen, I just need like a fun night with my friends. What if we did like a game night at my house this weekend? I have my fun new like at-home dive bar. I just mounted like a TV, and I just ordered in a poker set. We have talked about like wanting to do more game nights as a friend group. I ordered in like a felt like tabletop thing. And poker chips, like we could put like a YouTube video on the TV in my dive bar room, and we could all learn poker together. What do you guys think? And they're all like, that sounds awesome. Let's do it. Fuck yeah, that sounds great. And in my head, I'm like, I just need like a fun night with my friends. And I don't want to go to the bars, because when I go to the bars, I still feel like this like pressure. Like you can't like fully let loose. You're not having meaningful conversations. You're just like yelling at, trying to like hear each other. And also just feels like this like pressure to like perform. And I'm not trying to sound like the world's biggest, like, oh, I'm so famous, because no, I'm not. But because I hang out in dive bars and I'm known as like the Denver dive bar girl, that when people see me in dive bars, they're like, holy fuck, you're the girl from the internet. And don't get me wrong, I love it. I love you guys. You guys are the fucking, like, I love you guys. But the hard part is like, if I'm not feeling it, I don't want to let anyone down. So I feel like I just have to instantly like just turn it on and like be happy, fun, and like what is expected of me. And I told you through this whole video, like, it would just fucking spit everywhere, gross. Through this whole video, I was like, this like pressure, it feels heavy. So that's why I was like, let's just do a game night at my house where it's just like the people that I love, right? And they're like, great, sounds good. I was like, cool, Friday night, how about everybody gets here like between like 6 and 6:30 and like we'll do that. I was like, they're like, great, cool. So on Friday, I sent a text out. I think I sent it like 1 or 2, and I was like, hey, just like trying to like make sure everybody's locked in. Game night tonight, my house, right? Yep, I got like poker chips and everything. I got my felt table, like I'm ready to go. And I get like very spaced out text. One at like 4:30 being like, oh yeah, like I had a really long work week. Another one being like, yeah, I kind of want to just like take a nap. And someone's like, well, it's kind of, a drive. And I was like, I know exactly what's happening. Nobody wants to be the first person to say no. So I go, hey, if you guys aren't feeling it, what if we do it tomorrow? And then suddenly it was ping, 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 ping. Just like, tomorrow's great. Tomorrow's perfect. Yeah, let's do it tomorrow. And I was like, okay, like, I get it. It's been a long week for them. It's the first week back after, what's it called? The holidays. Yeah, you guys have had like 2 weeks off. Going back to work and being like, great, now I gotta go fucking play board games with my friend that's bored. Like, I get it. So I was like, all right, like it sucks, but no problem. Tomorrow it is. So then I didn't do anything, and I just like stayed in. The next day, it's now Saturday. And I think it was probably, I don't know, I want to say like maybe noon, 12:30, noon right in there. And I get a call from B-Dog. And he's like, yo, what are you doing? And I was like, well, I'm walking up the street right now because I was going to go grab some food. What are you doing? And he's like, no, get in an Uber and come over to Burn Down. And he knows this. I fucking hate that place. Hold on, time out. If you're Burn Down, you have a beautiful restaurant, beautiful establishment. It's just not for me. And here's why it's not for me. I think it's weirdly expensive, mediocre food. It's weirdly like bright and dark at the same time. And it's just like, and also I love the girls that work there because they're so sweet, but they overwork the waitresses to where like one waitress will have like 10 fucking tables. And so like service isn't very fast. It's just me bitch pissing and moaning. It's just me, but I don't like going there. It's just me. But at the same time, everyone in my friend group loves that place. So when he was like, no, get an Uber and come to Burn Down, I was like, I'm not going to no fucking Burn Down. And he's like, oh, come on. Can you just like be like a team player? And I was like, no, I don't like that place. I told you I don't like going there. I don't want to be there. No. I was like, why don't you guys call me when you're done? And we'll go from there. And he's like, are you sure? I was like, I'm sure. And I was like, hey, wait, who's all there with you? And he's like, well, Dommy Mommy spent the night last night. So it's me, B-Dog, or sorry, he's B-Dog. Me, D-Dog, and Dommy Mommy. Sorry, there's so many fucking nicknames at this point. Jesus. And so we're going to go there. And I was like, okay, cool. So, and those are 3 of the 4 I invited to game night. The other one was I did invite Jay. And he was like, did you ever have a conversation with him? No, I'm a fucking pussy. That's why. I never addressed this conflict. But I know he knows based off my crash out, which is coming here shortly. I was like, okay, well, yeah, let me know after Burn Down. Just to confirm, are we still doing game night tonight? Right? And he's like, oh, God, yeah. Sounds good. I was like, okay, cool. So I go and grab some food up the street. It's so funny. I walked, it's kind of far. I've always wanted to try that restaurant, Urban Farmer. And I went there like later in the day because I don't like breakfast foods. Fun fact on me, I fucking hate breakfast foods. Like I won't eat it. I just don't like them. So I either like eat a place that serve like lunch all day, or I just wait till lunch. So anyways, I walk in Urban Farmer and I didn't realize that they only have a breakfast menu. So when I sit down, I have to tell the waitress, I was like, hey, listen, can I just do like a mimosa and dip? Because like, I don't like breakfast food. She's like, you don't like brunch? I was like, no. When do you guys have your lunch menu? And she's like, well, we have a dinner menu at 4. I was like, I'm not waiting 4 hours. Yeah, drink and dip. So that's what I do. I have a drink and then I dip. And I go and grab food. Where the fuck did I go after that? Oh, I went to another bar around it. I think it was called Wine Coop Brewing. Yo, their beer cheese soup, dummy, beside the point. So I am like, okay, so we're having game night, and I know what all of my friends drink. So I'm sitting at Wine Coop Brewery, and I'm on my phone having just like some lunch and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, so B-Dog and D-Dog drink gin. Donnie Mommy drinks white wine. Jay drinks Michelob's and Makers. Okay. I only drink white rum and diet. I was like, I need to like place a liquor order. I need to place like a liquor order. So I'm sitting at the restaurant and I place this big ass liquor order. And then I was like, okay, well, they're all going to be here at 6. I'm not going to want to stop and like have to figure out pizza. So I'm just going to put an order on DoorDash for like pizza to show up at like 6:37 right in there. So then it's already handled, no big deal, right? So I'm sitting there and I just ordered like, I think it came up, like, I'm not joking, I think it came out to like $220 in liquor and like another like 60 in pizza. But I was like, I just want to like have a fun night with my friends. Like I really need this and I'm excited to play poker. I was just like excited and I just want to make sure that like I had everything to make sure everybody was happy. I know the comments were like, bitch, can you not see a theme here? I see it. That's why I told you I need to go talk to somebody. And so I'm sitting there and I get a call from D-Dog. Remember, last time I saw her, I was just like a little fucking awkward. And so I was like, hello? And she is fucking shablammied. And I was like, hello? And she's like, Morgan. And I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, hey, what's up? And she's like, you need to come out with us. You need to come out with us. I was like, no, I hate Burn Down. I'm not going there. Like, I'm not going there. She's like, no, we can walk down the street and go to another bar. We can go to another bar. And, like, she's so fucking drunk. And I was like, yeah, maybe in a little bit. But, like, I just placed this, like, big-ass liquor order. And I have to physically, like, show an ID when it gets to my door to sign for it. So, like, I can't leave until I do that. Like, I can't do that. I can't cancel the order either. She's like, come in. We're going to have girls' day. We're going to have girls' day. And I was like, what do you mean girls' day? And she was like, just come hang out. And I was like, I told you, I physically can't until like this order gets delivered. And she's like, all right, call me after. And so I was like, okay, like clicking in my head. I was like, fuck. Like, if you're this fucked up and it's, I think it was like, if I know, maybe like 1 or 2. I was like, we're supposed to have game night at 6. Like, okay, so you're gonna be a little shablammy, whatever. So then I text Dolly Mom because she's with D-Dog, and I was like, hey, like, what's going on? She's like, yeah, B-Dog and D-Dog got in a fight. B-Dog like went home, and Jay is coming to meet us. So it's gonna be me, Jay, and D-Dog. Sorry, there's so many fucking nicknames. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, you good? And she's like, I mean, I'm a little drunk too. So in my head, I was like, cool. So everybody's a little drunk. Fuck. So then I was like, all right, well, no big deal. Like, I'm also having a drink. Like, I'm not completely innocent. Fine by me. So then I, like, finish my lunch. And then I call B-Dog. And I was like, yo, what's good? He's like, nothing. I'm at the house right now. I was like, you good? I heard that you and D-Dog got in, like, a fight. Also, I'm pitting out. That's crazy. I literally had to stop earlier to blow dry it. I'd just be sweating. Damn. Besides the point. He's like, yeah. He's like, it's nothing, though. He's like, I'm just going to take a nap. And I was like, are we not, like, doing game night? And then I got another call coming in, so I was like, I'll call you right back, bye. And so, hang up. Answer that call, no big deal. So then, I'm sitting there at this wine coop. Oh, hold on, I just got a call. So last Wednesday, I sent out a group chat to, like, my friend group. So it's B-Dog, D-Dog, Donnie Mommy, and Jay. And I was like, hey, guys, you know, my at-home dive bar is looking pretty good. What do you guys think about doing a game night at my house on Friday? We could order pizza, have some drinks. I also installed like a little TV inside the Moose Tavern, my dive bar, and I just got a poker set. We could learn to play poker, like put a YouTube tutorial up. What do you guys think? Like have a poker night? And they all wrote back to like, that sounds awesome. Oh my God, yes, perfect, great. And I was like, yes, like I just need like a fun fucking night with my friends. Like that's what I need. And so I was like, okay, excited for this. Like I have something to like look forward to, you know? And so then anyways, here comes Friday. And I sent a text out at probably like, I don't know, like 2. And I was like, hey, just like, you know, making sure like we're still on for poker night / game night, like at the Moose Tavern. I hear they have great drink specials, like LMAO. And the texts start rolling in, but like spaced apart. And people are like, It's been a really, really long week back at work. Another text is like, I just want to take a nap. I'll let you know here in a few hours. And the other one is like, it's kind of a long drive and I'm pretty tired. And like, I'm not stupid. Nobody wants to do it tonight, but nobody wants to be the first one to be like, I don't want to. Because like I had told them like, I'm excited to like have a fun night with my friends. So nobody wants to be the asshole. It's like, yeah, I know you kind of need us right now, but up yours. Oh, I'm pitting out. I'm sorry. I had to pause the video earlier to go blow dry this, but I'm just a sweaty bitch, I guess. Fuck. Anyways, so I was like, all right, well, I don't want to like force people to like hang out with me. So I just send the text out. I go, hey, if you guys were all tired, I understand like it was your first week back at work after the holidays. Like, would you guys prefer to do it tomorrow? And then it was like ping, 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 ping. And was like, oh my God, tomorrow. Yes, perfect. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And so in my head, I was a little disappointed, but I was like, it's okay. It's one fucking day later. Who cares? So then I was like, all right, perfect. Let's do 6 p.m. tomorrow, Moose Tavern, LOL, you know? And they're like, perfect, let's do it. So then I stay in. I don't really do anything. Who cares? So it's the next day. And again, it's Saturday. I wake up kind of late. I wake up at like, I don't know, 11:30. And I am walking, like, I'm downtown somewhere. And I'm walking, trying to figure out where I want to get lunch. And I was like, oh, I've never been to Urban Farmer. I'll check this place out. It looks kind of good. And I get a call from B-Dog. And he's like, yo, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm walking to go get lunch. What are you doing? He's like, no, fuck that. Get in an Uber and come to Burn Down. And I was like, no. And between us, chat, I fucking hate Burn Down. And if you're an employee of Burn Down, I love you so much. Everybody that works here is the most amazing people ever. But here's why I don't like it, okay? Because I don't want to like shit on a local business. I don't like doing that. I don't like it because I think it's weirdly overpriced. I don't really get that. It's somehow very bright and yet very dark at the same time. They have these massive windows with like no overhead lighting, so it's like a sensory nightmare for me. And also, lastly, they overwork the fuck out of their like servers. So like the server will have like a million goddamn tables, so like the service is pretty slow. It's just not for me. It's not my vibe, but like I get why people like it. I'm just annoying in my own way. Also, I don't like breakfast food. I hate getting brunch. I don't like breakfast foods. So I was like, no, I'm going to a place that like serves lunch. No. And he's like, come on, why can't you just be a team player for once? And I go, dude, you know I fucking hate that place. Of all the places in Denver you could have picked, you picked the one place I don't like. You know I'm not coming. He's like, come on. I was like, I don't want to go there. He's like, all right. And I was like, yeah, but like call me after. I said, hey, while I got you on the phone, we're still on for like game night, right? He's like, of course we're on for game night, duh. And I was like, okay, perfect. All right, well, call me when you guys leave Burn Down. He's like, cool, sounds good, bye. So I go into Urban Farmer, which, by the way, chat, this is the funniest fucking thing ever. I go in there and I sit down, and they hand me a menu. The only thing they serve at that time is breakfast foods. And so I was like, huh. So I asked the waitress, I was like, hey, when do you guys start serving lunch? Because I think it was like noon at this point, maybe like 12:30 or some shit. And she was like, oh, we don't have our dinner menu until 4. I was like, all right. I said, well, then I'm going to have a mimosa and then I'm going to like dip. She's like, is everything okay with your experience? I said, oh my God, you guys are like a beautiful restaurant. I just hate breakfast foods. I thought you guys had anything else. And she's like, oh no, I get it. So I have a mimosa and I walked down to, what was the place? What was that restaurant called? Oh, it was called Wine Coop Brewing. So I was like, cool, sounds good. So I sit down at the bar and I order a drink and I order some beer cheese soup and it was fucking amazing. And I'm sitting there and I was like, I'm so excited for game night. I was like, oh, game night's tonight, like perfect. I was like, okay, if everyone's gonna be there at 6, like I need to place like a liquor order. I go, okay, so Dommy Mommy drinks white wine, Jay drinks either Michelob Ultras or like Makers, B-Dog and D-Dog drink gin with water and lime and lemon. I was like, okay, I don't have wine. I don't have this. The only thing I really have is what I drink in this house, which is just Bacardi and diets. I love white rum and diets, Cokes. I love it. And so I was like, okay, I need to make sure everybody has like fun with this. I know your theme. Morgan, do you not see a theme here? I'm telling you, I see the theme. I'm just recapping the story. So I go and literally I am like, okay, I need to get a bottle of this. I need to get like 2 bottles of wine for her. I need like, and so I ended up placing a liquor order and I think it came out to like, it wasn't cheap. It was like $220. I was like, God damn. But also like, I just want my friends to like have what they like to drink here. And then I was like, all right, well, if they're all going to be here at 6, I'll place an order so that pizza gets delivered here by like 6:37. So I'll do like on DoorDash, like a schedule ahead order. So I'm sitting there and I'm doing my like pizza thing, and I place like the schedule ahead order, no problem, right? So then I'm just like, all right, well, I'll just like kind of like hang out here until I have to go back to my house. No big deal. So then I get a call from D-Dog. Remember, I haven't really talked to her since that like awkward conversation her and I had, but I know that she's obviously with B-Dog. And so I was like, hey, what's up? And she is like, Maya. And I was like, oh, you're fucking hammered. And I was like, hey, because actually probably at this point, like of the story, like timeline wise, I think it was like 2 or 2:30, maybe. Like right in there. Let's just say like 2:30, right? PM. And I was like, hey. She's like, oh my God, where are you? And I was like, I'm downtown having some soup. What are you doing? She's like, you need to come to Burn Down. And I was like, I'm not going to Burn Down. I don't like that place. I'm not going there. No. And also, I'm like on the other side of town right now. No. And she's like, come out. And I go, well, I actually can't. I just ordered like a big liquor order for our game night tonight. And like when they get to my house, I need to physically be there to like sign for it because you have to like show an ID and sign. I was like, so I can't leave until my liquor order gets delivered. She's like, come out and play. Come out and play. It's girls' day. And I go, wait, girls' day? She's like, yeah, girls' day. It's you, me, and Dommy Mommy. And I was like, where's B-Dog? She's like, I don't care. I was like, well, I can't leave until I like sign for this like liquor order for our game night tonight. But I'll call you in a bit. Like after it gets delivered, and I'll see like what the plan is. So in my head, I'm like, all right, well, that sucks. Like, she's fucking faded. We're supposed to be learning a brand new, like, game. But okay, fuck. Okay. So then I hang up. And I'm, like, just sitting at this, like, restaurant, having a drink, like, just watching this order. And, like, the order time keeps, like, kind of getting, like, pushed back. And I'm like, fuck, but, like, I can't. It's already, like, being fulfilled, so I can't, like, cancel it because I still have to pay for it. And I can't leave because I have to sign into an ID for it. So I'm like, fuck, okay, like, whatever. So anyways, I get a call from Donnie Mommy. And I was like, yo, what's good? And she's like, hey, like, what are you doing? And I was like, just waiting on this liquor order. What are you doing? She's like, come out. She's like, Jay is here. It's me, Jay, and D-Dog. I go, D-Dog's like, it's pretty fucked up. She's like, yeah, she is pretty fucked up. Her and Brian got B-Dog. You guys already know. We pretend we don't know names. She's like, yeah, her and B-Dog got in, like, a pretty big fight. And he just, like, left and went home. And I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, I cannot leave until this liquor order gets here. So, like, hey, are we still doing game night? She's like, yeah. I was like, okay. Are you good? And she's like, I mean, I'm a little drunk, too. And in my head, I'm like, great. Fuck, like, everybody's gonna be, like, faded. But whatever. Cool. I was like, all right, I'll call you to bed. Click. Well, then I immediately pick up the phone, and I call B-Dog, and I go, yo, what's cooking? And he's like, nothing. What are you doing? And I was like, well, I'm sitting here at Wine Coop having a drink and some soup, waiting for my liquor order for tonight. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm at home about to take a nap. And I was like, you're at home? Isn't everybody else at Burn Down? He's like, yeah, I don't want to talk about it. We got in like a fight. I just don't want to talk about it. And I was like, are we still doing game night? And he's like, let me just like take a nap. And right as he's saying that, I was getting another call that I needed to take. And I thought the call was like the liquor store or something. It was a number I didn't recognize. I was like, hey, man, let me call you right back. He's like, yeah, no problem, bye. I call, I answer it. It's like someone trying to sell me like life insurance. No. And so I was like, all right, whatever. So then I'm like back on my phone and I'm like checking this like order and it keeps going longer and longer. And I'm getting now text in the group chat being like, come play. And I went back and I was like, again, not until this liquor order comes. I cannot come out. So anyways, I was like, whatever. I'm just like going to go back home until it's ready. Cause like it's taking forever. So I go home back to my place and this liquor order, I'm not joking. It took like 2.5 hours for it to be fulfilled. So now I don't even know what time it is. I think it's like 4:30 or 5. And I was like, hey, are we still doing like game night? Like the liquor order is literally like finally here. Like I just signed for it. We're still good for 6. I'm like, I'm not going out to like a bar if you guys are supposed to be here in like an hour and a half. Like I'll just meet you guys here. And the plan, I hate when I'm in the middle of a story. My phone's like, hey, clear up storage. Fuck. I was in flow state too. Anyways, so I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm not going to come meet you guys if like you guys are going to be over here for game night like in like an hour and a half or something. whatever, I'll just wait. So then I'm sitting there and I'm like, wait, is this game nights even happening? And they very clearly want to say the bars. And I was like, oh my God, it's happening again. I am begging for people to like me, overextending myself, paying for everything just so I'm not alone. And I just wrote back in the group chat and I was like, honestly, nobody is like giving me a concrete answer on this game night. You guys are all like fucked up at the bars. Like, let's just do this another night. Like, we're good. And B-Dog writes back and he's like, you literally didn't call anyone back. And in my head, I'm like, who the fuck am I going to call back? You, who's not with the group because you're pouting at your fucking house. The two girls that are just fucking bonkered off the only because you've been drinking all fucking day. Jay, who I'm kind of mad at right now and I really don't want to like hop on a phone call. And so I'm not going to lie. I kind of just crashed it over text. I was like, I'm so fucking angry right now. We were supposed to have game night last night. I told you guys I just needed like a night with my friends. Nobody wanted to do last night. I said, cool, fine. I'll be cool girl. I'll be chill girl. So I push it back a day. I push it back a fucking day. You guys start drinking early as fuck and get piss fucking hammered. I had ordered all this alcohol, all this food, clean my house because I expected us to do something. And because I'm not like fun and chill and being like, your guys' fucking court gesture. That's all you guys see me as, and I'm a real fucking person. Oh, Morgan's crashing out. I said, yeah, you know what? I am fucking crashing out. I'm so sick of going above and beyond and overextending myself for people that do not ever consider me. Because why? I'm a fucking doormat. I will let you walk all over me because I just want to be, all right, just go. I'm cool. I'm chill. I'm like, just go with the flow. I was like, I'm fucking furious, whatever. And then like, I sent another, like, somebody responded to something. It was just like something trivial and stupid. And I was like, no, actually I have more I'd like to say. I am done with this shit. I am so fucking done with this. I said, you guys knew all day. The reason I couldn't come out was because I was buying alcohol for this exact thing so that you guys all had exactly what you wanted to make game night fun because I wanted to have you guys over and we were going to play poker. I wanted you guys to be over yesterday. I am so sick of just paying for shit, going out of my way for people, not being considered so that I can... Gotta be like a sign from above or something to shut the fuck up because it just happened again. Where it's like, forget storage. I'm like, oh my God, I get it. Stop talking. Get to the fucking point. Like, curtain call. Let me just get to it. I sent that crash out text because I am so tired of not being considered. I'm so tired of putting myself in the back just so that I can keep everybody happy. And that's what it's about, like that performing feelings. Like I just want everybody to be happy and I abandon myself for it. I send that crash out text. Nobody replied. That sucked. Yeah, so in that group chat, I was the last one to reply. I did get a text from Donnie Mommy, so I guess that's half truth, but I'm saying like in the group chat. But I got a one-on-one text from her the next day. I did get a text from Jay the next day. But I think, again, what happened is, like, nobody wanted to deal with it on a Saturday night. So I think they were all just like, ugh, great, Morgan's crashing out, and just kind of ignored it. That sucks. You know, it's like, the thing I just feel like nobody's, like, this is gonna sound like so like pick me, and I hear it. Trust me, I hear it. I just feel like nobody like considers like how I might be feeling about this, and I think it's also because like I just kind of like go with the flow. That people don't know that when there are things that really matter to me, I don't advocate for how much they matter to me. So people don't know how much it is. So I'm like, yeah. I haven't heard from B-Dog or D-Dog since Saturday. But this is why him and I got in a fight the last time. Was because I was like, I feel like you're pretty fucking selfish. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. And then when I'm not fun, go with the flow, I'm the bad guy. I said, I think you're kind of inconsiderate of me. And which is what I said in my last Ruesday Tuesday. And you guys are like, no, he's been there for you through thick and thin. He's been there for you through thick and thin. And it's tough because he has these moments where he is there for me. Like when I had my panic attack. And he showed up. But he shows up in like a crisis way. But when I'm asking for to be have you guys show up in like I deeply see you way. I don't feel it. Sorry, this rosé got fucking heavy. I know. I've got exciting things coming up that are gonna be like way more like fun, poppy, like happy, funny, wild story times. I know this one was kind of heavy, but like I just tell you guys everything. Yeah, so to wrap that up, I don't really know where my friendships stand right now. But I'm also at the point too where it's like, I just don't want to feel like this with people that are my friends. You know? If like, I don't know. I'm still trying to work through the emotions, and maybe I'm not fully there yet to like have worked through it all the way. All I know is I'm so deeply, deeply hurt right now. And I can't figure out where to place that like sadness and that anger, because I can't tell if I have a right to be angry and sad about like the way people in my life are treating me, or if it's my fault and I need to be mad and sad at myself because I don't set boundaries. I let people walk all over me. I don't know. And I'm afraid to address it with my friends, because like if I am in the wrong, I don't want to like upset them. And think about like, I just feel like I'm a fucking head case. I am okay. And I can't wait to do Rosé Tuesday every week, so we can do this together every fucking week. But for that being said, I love you guys. You guys, I literally feel like when I chat like with you guys and I read the comments, like it feels like you guys are like my close friends, and you guys give me good advice, and you guys like tell me when I'm stupid and when I'm wrong, and you guys tell me when I'm right. Like, and I just am so grateful for all of you. Like I'm just grateful. And I know I say that every fucking bit. I'm just grateful. Bitch, we get it. You're grateful. I just don't want anybody to ever think I take what this is for granted. With that being said, watch how funny this is. Watch. With that being said, make sure to like and subscribe. No, but for real. What am I supposed to say? Hold on. Like, subscribe. I'll leave my new Patreon in the bio section. Again, I'm still learning all these apps, so if I use wrong words or wrong terminology, again, I'm still learning the whole influencer life. And now that I don't have a manager, I'm having to figure it out alone right now. And that's okay. We'll figure it out together. But yeah, Patreon right now, it's free from what I've seen. There's nothing like no pay on it right now. Eventually, but I told you when I do like the later videos there will be, but right now, no, it's just this. So, like, subscribe, comment, I don't know, whatever the hell. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you guys next week for Rosé Tuesday. Bye.